Weird. That was weird. I crumpled up this piece of paper and I threw it to go into the trash can, and it got like directly stuck between my computer holder desk and a bookshelf. Like right, I don't know. And then it stuck there for like a minute, and then I watched it drop. So that's interesting. Something about a cliff. I don't know if there's like a, I don't know the area. I'm just doing an energy experiment, but there could be something about a nearby cliff. Oh, the haters know what they may shine. Tower up the tower. I got this song stuck in my head. Do hello, good, joyful, joyful, joyful light. We adore thee, God of glory, Lord of light. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee. I love that song. Come and join the chorus, the mighty, mighty chorus. Oh, that's so funny. That's from Sister Act 2, which is about nuns in a church and like a Catholic school. And then the thumbnail I picked for the AI generated thumbnail I picked. I was just trying to say thumbprint. Something about a thumbprint. That I put through the AI made the background look kind of like a church, like the stained glass windows of a church, and a brick wall. So that's interesting. So my name is Patience. I am a childhood psychic. We're doing an energy experiment with my spirit team to try to develop our psychic abilities with you together, with spirit, always with my spirit team, and we're going to try to help. Spirit said wrong. We're going to try our best to be of service, to use our abilities to try to help with the missing woman, Nancy Guthrie, I believe. Someone brought her up in one of the weekend lives, and I didn't know at the time that was happening because I don't really watch the news. So I just found out a little bit after I believe it's Saturday. But yeah, I want to help. So this is an experiment. I'm going to use the development of my spiritual abilities to try to tap into the energy of that situation, to try to bring some kind of clues or information, or maybe just by revealing some kind of truth about it, it'll help get the ball rolling energetically, to reveal or for the truth to come out in any way, shape, or form. So I'm happy to help. This will be more of an experiment, so whatever does come out, it could also apply to the situation we're focusing on, but it could also be other people's situation, because it's a fractal universe. Okay. Some of the things that Spirit said was use camera, hatred, history, compassion, fearful ahead, nice to see you again, I'm always watching, joyfulness, wrong, and destruction. Okay, so I'm not sure what's gonna come out. I'm gonna try some new things because this is an experiment. Okay, Cancer. Everything is alleged. I cannot prove anything in a court of law. Hello there, your mom, 129. Hello. So I'm going to use these face-changing Rubik's Cube cards just to get like an overall like vibe. Like what's the emotional energy of this situation? Oh. And if I'm looking at this, they're looking up to the left, the upper left. It's possibly someone tall, and the left would be, I don't know. What's the symbology of the left? I don't know if that's like too general, but let me see. What is the symbology of left? Symbolism. The unconscious, the emotional, the feminine, and sometimes the sinister or unorthodox. The left-hand path. Rebellion against authority.
Many died here.
Unconscious emotions. Shadow self. Bad thief. A bad thief. Damn. I did not expect it to have that much symbolism. Okay, so scared of some kind of left-handed path thief, someone causing chaos, some kind of chaos, some kind of sinister, something sinister. Something sinister. Oh shoot, those really went under there. So 2 cards just freaking went way out. Oh. Oh, Hi, John. I'm tapping into the energy of Nancy Guthrie, the kidnapping of that lady's mom. I'm trying to see if I could get some intel in the ethers. I don't know if I can. I don't know if it will have anything to do with that, but it's an experiment, an energy experiment. This kind of gives me the feeling of like excitement, like, and look at this arrow. It's pointing towards, it'd be like this. Like, I don't know, this looks kind of mischievous, kind of like some kind of plan was enacted, or someone was looking at something in a weird way, or someone was pointing the blame at someone, or interesting. Okay. Would you help? I'm trying to help. On my way. Tell me more. What is this? Why do they look so mischievous? Feels like a plan. Like excited for a plan. High honor. High honor. Someone of high honor? They're also blowing up cannons, and there's a lot of smoke everywhere. So blowing smoke for a main female. Blowing smoke up the ass of a main female. It's kind of like what I'm getting. Causing some kind of smoke. Usually for me, the symbolism of smoke is usually like an illusion, or trying to cause a smoke screen, or trying to create some kind of smoke to not be able to see something, and the cannons would represent like the starting of a revolution or a rebellion, or being at arms, possibly like an argument, or a confrontation, or yeah, I'd say some kind of confrontation. Billy. Okay. There's a male, an official person, and a main female. So someone who has a high status in society, or someone who, I have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and 1, 5. It's interesting. An official person.
Day.
day. And he's also in the daylight. There's also a house in the background here. Like in the background. And a pathway that's on the left. And we just said the left-handed path. There could, these two people right here that are making this weird face, like, they could be this main female and an official person. Coffin. And look, there's the stained glass. There's the stained glass. Like I said in the thumbnail, AI put stained glass windows behind behind Nancy's daughter and put a brick wall behind Nancy. Privileged lady at the top of the deck. So that's 3 people. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 2s now. Let me see. What is the symbolism of 2s?
Watch out.
Watch out. The exercise of free will, personal agency, and the power to determine one's own path. Often representing a pivotal moment between contrasting options like life and death, good and evil. It embodies empowerment, responsibility, and the capacity to align personal actions with higher moral or spiritual purposes. Wow. Moral and spiritual decisions. Choosing defines who a person is and what they value. Choosing oneself is associated with self-acceptance, personal growth, and setting internal priorities over external expectations.
Ginger.
Ginger. The ability to act, control one's own destiny, and initiate change. Keys. It signifies being the source of one's own actions rather than merely reacting to circumstances. There's somebody here who chose the number 2 path. The path they chose was a reaction to a circumstance. Some kind of reaction to a circumstance that may have caused the death or the end of something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5. Change. A change. Nobody! Hey!
You were resilient.
Hello. Good afternoon. Hey, Alyssa. Thanks for being here. So, there's something funny going on here because the privileged lady looks like had a coffin over here. Okay. Tell me more about... There's this main female who's in high honor and an official person who's a masculine. Let me see. I have these his and her cards that I never use. I'm going to do his and her cards. They look like this. Battle of the sexes. Scuffing is a term closely associated with what form of tap or what form of dance? Tap. The Body Shop. Zach, Isaac, and Taylor. 3 people. 3 people. Anita Roddick founded what lotion-filled franchise? The Body Shop. I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you lick the lollipop. What are the names of the 3 Hanson brothers? Zach, Isaac, and Taylor. So siblings. There could be 3 people here, and they could be siblings, or
This land is cursed.
2 are siblings, or I don't know, something like that. Tap the body shop. Tell me more. What is that about? We'll do a mail card. Mako, reef, and thresher are types of what? Sharks. Oh my gosh. Lightning never strikes the same place twice.
Plans.
True or false? False. And Spirit just said plans. Look at this. Didn't I say this looked like some kind of plan? Like some kind of idea or something? I don't accept candy from strangers. And you shouldn't. I wouldn't accept that either. What was the theme sung by R. Kelly for the 97 movie Space Jam? I Believe I Can Fly. False. So 3 sharks who believed that they could do anything they wanted could have tried to do something twice, but lightning never strikes the same place twice. Or they got caught doing something twice. And Spirit said plan, so they got caught doing something. I Believe I Can Fly. Kind of, and then R. Kelly kind of makes me feel like I believe I can do anything I want. Like I'm impervious to getting in trouble. Like, and this like kind of gives me like, almost like this could never fail. You know, like this idea is foolproof. It'll never fail type of vibe.
I'm just lurking.
I'm just lurking. Well, you can keep lurking. What 2 colors must be mixed together to make pink? Red and white. What is a pas de deux in ballet? A dance for 2 people. What rare... Oh, and Spirit said ginger. What red-haired actress was nominated for an Oscar in 2003 for Far From Heaven? Julianne Moore. So it could be a redhead involved. There was some kind of dance between 2 people. Red and white. Yeah, some kind of... There were 3 people. 2 of them could be siblings. 2 are possibly sleeping together. But they're all sharks. And they all came up with some kind of plan. Something about a body shop. I don't know if that's referring to this dancing of 2 people, or if that's actually referring to where she's located. Body shop. The shop. Shop.
I worked here.
Oh my gosh. I was just thinking, Spirit said I worked here, and I was saying shop, and I was like, I kind of feel like selling, like some kind of sale happened. I don't know in what capacity. I didn't know that, but makes sense. Some kind of sale of a body. Maybe metaphorically, just like they're sharks, so maybe stealing money, or I don't know yet. The Shelby, the Windsor, and the 4 in hand are types of what? Knots for ties. Ooh, it's not looking good. What does NASA stand for? National Aeronautics and Space Administration. What is the kitchen on a ship called? The galley.
Likely.
Oh my gosh, spirits be Spirit's reading my mind. 88 in the chat. So I was getting, it says, the Shelby, the Windsor, and the four in hand are types of knots. Okay, so I don't know if there's like a cliff nearby or like a drop off or some kind of shelf like nearby. I don't know if there is, but I could possibly be getting something about that. Okay. Let's do some cranium cards. Okay, so something about knots being tied. There could possibly be a cliff nearby, or like a, maybe not a cliff because that implies like a really, a drop off, but not like off a mountain or anything. But pretty far for like an older person, something like that. 3 people, possibly 2 are siblings, or they could all be siblings. I don't know, but there's something about siblings here. Something about 2 people dancing. Something about red. I know they found blood on the front door. Something about a conflict, a battle of the sexes. Something about an official person and a main female. Tell me about this official person and this main female. And darkness. Oh yeah, and the song I got. I did a shuffle song on Spotify, and the song that came up is All My Friends by Tanash. I don't know if it's Tanashi or Tanash and Chance the Rapper. And it says, we open with the vultures kissing the cannibals. Sure, I got lonely when I'm the only human in the heaving heat of the animals. Which is weird. Bit of brown salt stinging on my tongue. I will not waver. I will not wait its turn. It will beat. It will burn, burn, burn your love to the ground with the lips of another till you get lonely. Sure, I get lonely sometimes. All my friends are wasted, and I hate this club. Man, I drink too much. Another Friday night I wasted. My eyes are black and red. I'm crawling back to you, babe. I hate the bar. Pharmacy addict hit a wall. Street traffic took the car. So there's crash on the floor, catch the Z's. Reinvent the wheel just to fall asleep. Skirt! So there's something going on about propaganda. It says hip hop and the propaganda say the name brand. So there's healthy. So there's something going on about vultures that kiss cannibals. There's 2 people who get lonely. There could be evidence of something burning nearby or something that was burnt recently. I don't know if they have a pit or some place in the vicinity where they burned something. I also have something about someone being wasted. Someone on some kind of substance. Brown salt reminds me of Molly. I will not waver. I will not wait its turn. With the lips of another. So this main female and official person may have been caught fooling around, or they were making a plan, or they were colluding and making a plan against a privileged lady. Something they thought was foolproof. Okay. Tell me about Nancy. Tell me about Nancy. Caught red-handed. Didn't I just say that someone was caught sleeping together? This main female and official person. Nancy may have caught them fooling around. They may have been fooling around for a little bit. Hellfire. She may have been pissed. She may have said, I'm gonna tell whoever. Because I have 3 people here. They're all sharks. But It says ties for knots, like tie the knot. Maybe 2 are married. I have 2 siblings. Someone was caught sleeping together by Nancy. Breakdance. This may have caused some kind of break in their dance, because I have I have a dance for 2 people. What is pas de deux? Pas de deux in ballet, a dance for 2 people. And this has caught red-handed break dance. And this guy's wearing red. I'm telling you, this woman's wearing red as well. Caught red-handed. These 2 people are sleeping together, and the mother caught them. What happened after that? What happened after that? Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I cannot prove any of this. This could also apply to other people's story. Magic potion in reverse. Magic potion in reverse. Oh, that's the second plan. This could have been, oh, where was it? Red-haired actress was nominated. Someone with red hair. But
Betsy.
what was Thresher Sharks? Lightning never strikes twice in the same place. Yeah, so some kind of magic, or it doesn't have to be magic. It could be some kind of like poison, or some kind of lie, or a manipulation. It doesn't have to be like a potion, a magic potion. But hello, Duncan. But this is the second time that they either got caught sleeping together, or the second time they tried to do something to this privileged lady. But they got caught red-handed. They must have been fooling around, or she got them doing something. And it says break dance. I don't know if the dance is metaphorical, like they were doing something. I think what they were doing is
I'm happy for you to stay.
doing it. I think they were doing it. Okay. You're so condescending. Draw with both hands, and the mouth is taped. Water slide. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's something about the side of a hill, or like a descent into somewhere. I don't know if there's a descent nearby. How could I know that? Let me see. What is the location of Nancy Guthrie's house from Google Maps? Catalina foothills of an unincorporated hilly desert community located north of Tucson, Arizona. Oh. Yeah, I keep getting something about like a hill nearby, or like a steep something nearby. God bless Bad Bunny. Is this collective or questions? It's for Nancy Guthrie. It's an energy experiment. We're trying to see if we can get something on them. So, or the magic potion, it was on the official person. It could be some kind of, I also, because I have the smoke right here. Cupboard. Oh, Spirit said cupboard. They should look in the cupboard of Nancy's house to discover some kind of liquid or something in the cabinet, or possibly something questionable in the cabinet, in the cupboard, possibly in the kitchen, because I had, what is the kitchen on a ship called? The galley. Something in the kitchen, in the cupboard, that has to do with possibly something poisonous. Tell me more. Fondue. Yeah, some kind of food. Because they could have tried to poison her, or they did poison her, and they had to make it look like something else. They could have poisoned her. Body hair. Test the body hair. There could be some kind of substance found in hair If they get like her hairbrush, or if she like shaves and has, I don't know, stubble, and I don't know, something about the hair, they should collect the hair and test it for some kind of poison, and test
The others mean harm.
and test the food in the cupboard. Possibly like some, it says fondue, so I don't know, like a sauce or cheese or something, or something like that. What else? What else? Weight off your shoulders. Weight off your shoulders.
You've been before.
Yeah, again, something about being weightless. So I don't know if that means like falling off a hill or rolling down a hill, or if
Attic hides.
attic hides. Something in the attic. I don't know if houses in Arizona have attics, but all right, tell me more. What is this? Nancy, tell me more. What's happening? What happened? I told you there's some kind of love affair here, and there's the red hair again. So the woman could have red hair. Well, I guess the man has red hair too. Someone who's tall and someone who's short. Possibly someone who's slightly overweight. They're having an affair. Evil. An evil couple. Here's another food reference. Something about the food. Yeah, I would definitely, if there's any detectives watching this and you want to lead, go get Nancy's hair and test it for possible chemicals, poison. But there's something in the cupboard in the kitchen that has the same, possibly maybe like maple syrup, or something that's very sweet, something you can put on pancakes or something like that. You should test it, an analysis, because there's going to be something there. Yeah, didn't I say so? There's three sharks. Two are sleeping together. They might, and two are they tried to do something twice. There's something they tried to do twice. Let's see the blood stains underneath. Something they tried to do twice. I don't know if something has happened to another person in this way, or again, three people looking outside the window. These three people keep coming up.
You are heard.
I don't know if an animal passed away recently. There could be something about an animal eating the poison and passing away, possibly. That could have happened.
Speak.
There's a cane right here. Nancy might have just been minding her own business, just, doing her own thing and knitting and just not bothering nobody. There's a cane right here. I don't know if Nancy had a cane, but she didn't have her cane. Her cane could be propped up against a chair somewhere. There's something about possibly like a voodoo doll. There could be a voodoo doll. Something about dolls. What about the dolls? Dry as a bone. Dry as a bone. Hogwash. Tongue in cheek. Off base. Baby boomer. Getting caught in the red tape. Jeez. Helen. Nancy, what happened when you caught these two? Deceptor, the famous magician. Yes. Yes, it is. I'm just doing an energy experiment to see, hey, LOL, to see if I can gather any intel about things that we can't see to help out. It's not looking too good. Deceptor, the famous magician. So far, what I have is there's something about a hill nearby. There could possibly be ligatures or ropes that have been tossed down a hill, or she could have been tossed down the hill. There's something about that. I have cough in here for the privileged lady, so unfortunately in this reading, regardless of who it's actually about, whether it's Nancy or not, they're not with us anymore. Oh, thank you so much. You sent me an owl. Owl man. Spirit said owl man today, and you sent me an owl. So that's funny. And there's two people here who she could have caught sleeping together, and it caused a big upheaval. There's also something about getting body hair or some kind of hair of Nancy's to test it for poison, because there could be something poisoned in the cabinet, in the maple syrup or honey or something like that, something like liquidy like that. In the cupboard in the kitchen that has the same poison that's going to be found in the hair or something like that. I have getting caught red-handed and getting caught in the red tape. So she definitely has caught these two people sleeping together at least twice. And she said, you do this again the second time, and I'm going to tell whoever needs to be told. I don't know that yet, but and now I'm going to do a mind trap. The body hasn't been found yet, but according to this, the body, well, let me go further. There is something about a hill nearby. I don't know if it's for the body or for something that was on the body at the time, because I also have knots for ties, and so like being tied up. Okay, so I'm going to do a mind trap. Deceptor, the famous magician, claims he can tell the score of any football game before it starts. Many think he's psychic and possess supernatural powers. How is it that he can be accurate about the score 99% of the time? Yeah, I was also getting at the beginning that there was some kind of plan, tongue-in-cheek, something that they thought wouldn't go wrong, something that and that was indicated by these two weird faces, like a plan that they made together that they thought was foolproof. And this says, famous magician claims he can tell the score of any football game. There's something about divination here. One of these people could have used divination or received some kind of future prediction about how a plan would go. But be careful what you wish for, because when you wish for money in this way or whatever this is, you'll get what you want, but not the way you think. Okay, you got to be generally specific about what you want and make sure that you're in the heart space to manifest it. Can you see my husband? Did he love me? Could you ask the downing if my family member is involved? Yeah, I can. Good idea, LOL. Good idea. You're like my co-host over here. Okay. Spirit. Nancy, did your family members have anything to do with your disappearance?
Photograph.
Spirit said photograph. There could be a photograph of someone having an affair. Oh, maybe that's in the cupboard. Maybe there's like a picture of the affair or something. I don't know. Nancy, was your death accidental? No. Was your death done in a different way than previously planned? Yes. Is it because you caught the two people planning this doing it? Yes. Did that interrupt their original plan?
That was him.
That was him. Was your disappearance due to a crime of passion? Oh. Are those like tit rods? Yeah, you like put them on your tits and then they move. I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. It's not funny, but. So, unfortunately, she gone. Okay. There's also something about, I don't know what kind of flower this is, lilies, or I don't know, something about there could be something buried under some kind of flowers. If there was any kind of like plants or flowers that were freshly implanted into the ground, there could be something under them. I don't think that it would, I don't know if it's the body or if it's like clothing or something like that. Enid. At 7 a.m., a train moving 90...
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did. Moving 90 kph, I don't know, is that kilometers per hour, leaves Montreal heading for Toronto. At 8 a.m., a train running 110 kilometers per hour leaves Toronto heading for Montreal. Which train will be closer to Montreal when they meet? Something an hour away. There could be something that's an hour away, or there could be Village. It says 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. So I don't know if someone may have footage or camera footage around that area that would have happened at 7 or 8 a.m. or there's something about an hour missing, some kind of hour in the timeline is missing for specific people, for two specific people. Or there's evidence of two people meeting consistently at a time at a train station or at a specific place where there's evidence of them having an affair, something like that. Or there's also something about her catching them because she said she'd be home at a certain time and then she came back, or there's something where she said she'd leave at a certain time and then came back or didn't get to leave until, and then these two people could have assumed she was gone or wasn't coming back or something like that. Okay. Do the police have important info they're not revealing? Let me see.
My name is John.
Nancy, do the police have important information that they're not revealing yet? Oh. Do they have information that's just not substantiated yet? Yes. Okay. So they have like they have things that they're going through, but they can't actually like say what they have or go forward with what they have until they have like maybe a warrant or something. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Like probable cause to get the Spirit said pagan. And that reminds me of the song, because at the beginning of the song, it's so weird. It says, "We open with the vultures, kissing the cannibals. Sure, I get lonely when I'm the only human in the heaving heat of the animals." And it did, I don't know if it's something about her church or a church. How can I get more about that? How can I get more about that?
I don't like talking.
Let me look in the dream dictionary. My dad was William Jerry Van Sledge. He was murdered. Do you think that Dollins would tell me who did it? I don't know. I don't know, but could always try. Tit rods never fail. Tit rods. That is the official new name of the dowsing rods. I will not refer to them as anything else except for tit rods. Okay. I have spoken. Pelican, penguin, swan, duck. Pelican, penguin, swan, duck. Pelican, penguin, swan, duck. Motherhood. Pelicans represent motherhood. Mother?
The devil is real.
The devil is real. Oh my gosh. They had a large pouch under their bill. They were traditional and
Get out.
considered to represent the matriarch of the family. Spirit said, no, get out. Someone bit off more than they can chew when it comes to a mother. They look like comic figures now, famed for their ability to live and breed successfully in some of the most inhospitable places on earth. She may have felt like she was under siege emotionally and mentally, but managing to cope. There was something she couldn't alleviate in a situation that she chose so her life would be comfortable.
Lights.
She wanted to epitomize elegance in her snow white calmness. But someone is renowned for mating. Someone's known for sleeping around, or someone she caught sleeping around more than once or something. She was under management, trying to glide through life, but underneath she was frantic to keep up her appearances. It was one last swan song for a brilliant show before an exit. A pair of swans dancing, trying to have a long-term relationship that was underneath, that was secret. ducks symbolizes fidelity in family life. Yeah. What? So what I'm getting is she caught these people.
Hopeful.
Thank you. She caught these two people. One could be a child of hers, and one is a tall man, possibly with red hair or going bald, slightly bald. They were having did her son-in-law that dropped her off have more involvement than they're saying? I think possibly. There seems to be an affair here that she has seen more than once. And this may have been the icing on the cake, the straw that broke the camel's back, because she may have saw them do this before and said, I'll keep it a secret as long as it doesn't happen again. But if it happens again, I got to tell whoever, because this is infidelity. So they're married. They're both married, or at least one of them's married. So she may have caught them and said, she was upset. She's like, that's it. I'm telling whoever these people belong to. And that may have started some kind of argument or reaction, because with the twos, the left-handed path was someone in their shadow self. Spirit said meeting. I had meeting right here with the moving train, and where will they meet? So there's something about them meeting at this house when the mother was supposed to be gone, but she wasn't gone. She came back or something. She came back like too early or something and saw them, doing it together. Busy. Yeah, as I said, busy. Yeah, who's gonna kidnap that woman? Come on. I don't know, it just seems so random. Of all the people to kidnap, of all the people who are whistleblowing and all of the victims that are coming forward, that's who you're gonna kidnap? I don't know, it just seemed really funny, Just seemed really funny. 10, 11, 12, 13. Circle, oval, and egg shape. Traditionally, the law of the Wheel of Fortune is a fluctuating opportunity, lacking its own particular meaning. "11 lacks its own particular commonplace meaning. 12, traditionally the number of spiritual order. Hanged man. Sacrifice. Someone made a...
Very few talk to me.
What was it? It was... Someone chose the left-handed path in an emotional, reactive state because something happened in the moment. It was emotional reactivity, because the mother may have... There's also something about them having a plan to poison the mother or do something to the mother that was part of a different plan, and don't go further. And this interrupted the main plan. Look at son or looks like son. Saw a face like his when report came on. Broken mirror. Her kids' money sickened. I'm afraid to talk, said someone. So there was a failure. There was a death challenge because they were trying to have the mother pass in a different way that could have been attributed to something they were putting in the maple syrup or something in the kitchen cabinet in the cupboard. Spirit says body hair, to test the body hair with something in the cupboard. So she was supposed to go out like that, but when she caught them doing what they were doing, because she wasn't supposed to come back as early as she did. She came back, and that's how she saw these two people having an affair or doing something. Because there's these pencils everywhere. They were doing something that was not. It says moral. Twos also represent morality, doing things on the right side as opposed to the left side. Something sinister. Okay. So mom went to dinner at daughter's house. Son-in-law dropped her off. Then at 1:30 a.m. supposedly she got home invaded. I don't know. That's what they say for the time, but I don't know. I don't know how I can get more specific. Let me see. How can I get more specific? We'll try Cards for Humanity. Okay.
Dorothy.
Okay. We'll do some Cards for Humanity and see if we can get like special details that. So what's the question? So what's daughter? Daughter. Spirit just said daughter.
Painting's eyes.
War.
The road.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing, nothing, nothing. War. War. What is
Killed people.
war? What is it good for? Mommy.
Passage.
And that she has a red dress on, caught red-handed. Red hair, oh, look right here. Red hair. Someone with red hair got caught red-handed having an affair. Mommy caught them and started a war because she's like, I already caught you doing something and now I catch you again. So she was ready to tell somebody. Next on ESPN, the World Series of Heteronormativity. Heteronormativity. Next on ESPN2, the World Series of Heteronormativity. What is heteronormativity? Let me see. Heteronormativity. The pervasive societal assumption that heterosexuality is the default, natural human orientation and that only two distinct opposite genders exist. Oh. Oh. Someone could have been dressed up like a woman. That could have been the thing that... I think the man was dressed as a woman. I think they may have caught the man dressed as a woman. Or something like that.
The world has changed.
The world has changed. I think when she walked in on them, she saw the man dressed up like a woman doing sinister things or agitated. And that may have gotten her agitated. Like, you're doing this in my house? You know, like, you're doing these weird... What else were they doing that agitated her? Finally, a service that delivers same-sex ice dancing. Same-sex ice dancing. So it was the same sex. I don't know if it was 2 men or if it was 2 women. I don't know, but it was 2 of 3 people. Finally, a service that delivers same-sex ice dancing right to your door. It might have also been, you know,
You are gentle.
selling their body.
Likely.
A prostitute, okay? Spirit just said likely.
Salem.
Too many crickets. Scandalous. Gotta make that look like a great job, Casey. Everybody loved the mixing of the races. Tucker Carlson. Some white lady dying. Who cares? Getting married, having a few kids, buying some stuff, retiring to Florida, and dying. Let me see. What is the timeline for the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping? "5:32 p.m. Guthrie takes an Uber to her daughter Annie's home for dinner and a family game night. 9:48 p.m. family members drop her back at her residence. The home's garage door is recorded as closed. At 1:47 a.m., the doorbell camera at the front of Guthrie's home is disconnected and allegedly removed from the scene."
Cancer.
Cancer, Spirit said. And she also said daughter. Security software detects a person on a secondary camera, but no video was saved due to inactive subscription. Guthrie's pacemaker app disconnects from her phone, which investigators believe marks the moment she was removed from the home. Well, my question is, whoever kidnapped her, how would they possibly know that she'd have a pacemaker app on her phone? And how would they be able to get into her phone unless she was already incapacitated? At 11 a.m., so that was at 2:30 a.m. At 11 a.m., a fellow churchgoer calls the family after Guthrie fails to arrive for Sunday services. Dangerous. 11:56 a.m., relatives arrive at the home, find it empty, and discover blood stains on the porch. So she was at her daughter's house from 5 to 9:30. Or from like 5:45 to 9:30. So if she saw somebody doing something, it could have been at this house. At her daughter's house. Or Nancy, tell me what happened at your daughter's house. High five, bro. Yeah, so she saw something at the daughter's house. In its new tourism campaign, Detroit proudly proclaims that it has finally eliminated Vietnam flashbacks. Chaos. I wonder why she took an Uber. Guest. I wonder why she had to take an Uber to Annie's house. Why not just pick her up? You're gonna make your
Walking wheel.
you're gonna make your elderly mom who can barely walk, who has to take her medicine everywhere, take an Uber? Her phone was left at home. She was taken away, hence app disconnected. Her phone was left at home. Well, it says Guthrie's pacemaker app disconnects from her phone. Oh, which investigators believe marks the moment she was removed from the home. Oh, I got what you're saying. So it's not that they took the app off the phone. It's that she wasn't in the vicinity of it. And so it disconnected the connection to it. I gotcha. Okay. Well, let me see. Let's try to ask about that. It says a new campaign to proclaim that it's finally been eliminated. What helps Obama unwind? An all-night fuck sesh with your dad's client, Robert. I wonder who Annie Guthrie's husband is. Let me see. Temptation. Who is Annie Guthrie's husband? Tommaso Cioni. He's an educator, writer, and musician. He currently works as a middle school science and AP biology teacher at Basis Oro Valley School in Tucson. An Italian native from San Giovanni Valdarno, he is also a poet and a bass player for a local Tucson band. Cioni has recently been seen in the media spotlight following the disappearance of Annie's mother, Nancy Guthrie. While some unverified reports initially labeled him as a prime suspect, law enforcement has since denied those claims. Nancy, tell me about your son-in-law. Tell me about your son-in-law. Let's do Imagine If. I rolled a 2. Tell me about this son-in-law, Tommaso Cioni. Imagine if Tommaso were a world record, which would he be? The world's longest sausage.
Jones.
And Spirit said temptation, chaos, dangerous. Three. Imagine if Tommaso were a font. What would he be? Edwardian script. Edwardian script. Looks kind of like fancy. Very fancy. Edwardian script. 3. Imagine if Tommaso were a Peanuts character. What would he be? Lucy. Why Lucy? Let me see. Explain the Peanuts character Lucy. A cynical, bossy, and crabby girl who serves as the neighborhood fuss budget and a primary antagonist. Deeply nuanced character with moments of vulnerability. Abrasive. Bossy, crabby. Mean girl. Dad. Wow. Charlie Brown is Lucy's frenemy. Lucy is one of Charlie Brown's closest friends, yet she bullies him and belittles him constantly. Wow. Oh, wait a second. Interesting. I think she may have seen something. Well, let me ask. Spirit said hot. Nancy, did you see something while at the family game night? Yes. Did you see something with a member of your family that was inappropriate that you were upset about? Yes. Was there chaos that happened after you saw? Yes. Did you see somebody at family game night in some type of temptation? Yes. Yeah, at the daughter's house. I think she saw something at the daughter's house. I think she saw something. So, what did you see? Imagine if what Nancy saw were a condiment. What would it be? Vinegar. Something that she did not like. She did not like
Fight
it.
the darkness.
This fell on the floor and it rolled to a 5. Imagine if what Nancy saw
Person.
were a mode of transportation. She saw a person. What would it be? 5. A corporate jet. Corporate jet. Corporate jet. Something that's a big deal. Something that's life-changing. Bonus card. Thank you. Confirmation. 5 again. Well, no, because she saw something at daughter's. Did Nancy come home too early and see something? Yeah, she saw something at the daughter's, according to this. Imagine if Blank could have just one pet. Which would they choose? A black cat. I think she may have seen something sinister. A black cat. How can I get that? Nancy, what did you see? What did you see at your daughter's house? Has your phone number and knows where you live. She could have had her life threatened at the daughter's house. That could have been the chaos. If you tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you.
Smoke.
Smoke. You better not tell or I'll ruin you. Type of vibe. The heck? What? Oh, here we go. I was like, where did I get that from? Tell us about a time too much liquid courage caused you to embarrass yourself.
Sun.
Son, S-O-N. She said son, S-O-N. He may have been drinking too much. He may have been loose and was doing something or talking to someone, or she witnessed him doing something that was vinegar, that was deceptive, that was not good. Has the most beautiful ass in America. It could have been something with same sex, possibly a prostitute or just walking in. I don't know if it was a picture or a video or corn or an actual person. Spirit said person, but I don't know. Have you ever had an experience with the supernatural? And this guy, he says that it says that a writer and a musician. And he's in a band for the village, for a local band. I can't read his energy because he hasn't given me permission, but I mean, I've seen Annie Guthrie, and This guy sounds like a hot shot. I don't know.
What's up?
I don't want to make any accusations. What social fad did you fall deepest into? Oh,
Johnson.
no. No. This son-in-law may have become aware about black magic. He may have been doing something with another person that she walked in on that involved some kind of supernatural experience, or something that he was doing with another same-sex person. He may have been dressed up like a woman. It could have been something, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know like what the rituals are, but I know that they're always opposite of divine energy. So you have to do something that's opposite of divine. So like, peeing on each other or pooing or wearing, the opposite, like humiliation rituals, stuff like that. I know it's weird, but if he was interested in music, and he just sounds like he's doing a lot. I don't know for sure. Nancy, can you tell me your perspective of the son-in-law? If you could change your career path, what would be your dream job? Yeah. He's a teacher at a school. He wants to be some kind of big shot famous person. Okay?
Chaos.
Chaos. He thinks that he can get some kind of recognition off of this. Will be reincarnated as the world's most obnoxious social media influencer.
You are generous.
She said you're generous. She don't like the son-in-law. She doesn't like the son-in-law. She thinks he's obnoxious.
Burned.
Literally drinks the blood of poor people. Believes it keeps them young. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I don't know if there's something about a hill, the body hair of Nancy Guthrie, and something that's to test the hair, because it will match something that's either in her cabinet or in his kitchen cabinet that has the same chemical or poison that's going to be found in her hair. Maybe that's why she was so sick. Maybe they thought it was something else. On their way to murder someone you knew in high school. And he's a high school teacher. This ain't no kidnapping. She's not kidnapped. Okay? She never was. She never will be. She was threatened because she witnessed something that was sinister, possibly even supernatural, or something that was meant to be supernatural. I don't know. I don't know about that stuff, but yes, possibly something about maple syrup or some kind of syrup texture, something that's in the kitchen cabinet that could be ingested, that's going to be found in her bloodstream or in her hair. Spirit said body hair, and I know that when you get your hair tested, it's the best way to, like, when I had to take a drug test to prove I wasn't doing drugs, I got a hair test because it would show a greater amount of time. Like, I believe it was 3 or 4 months. You can tell, like, where the drug use was and how long it's been since you used it and stuff like that. It was more in depth.
Sister.
And so, sister. Spirit just said sister. Okay. So, there's something about Spirit said son, daughter, sister. So, that's wild. All right, we gotta go soon. Guessed exactly how Game of Thrones was going to end and is so smug about it. Yeah. She wasn't kidnapped, you guys. So those are just some leads. We'll see how it unfolds. Like I said, I can't prove this. I have no evidence to prove, it's all alleged, but we'll see how it unfolds. Either way, such an unfortunate event. So needless, honestly. Just not necessary. Just another person too smug to admit that they gave up on their dreams and they were trying to take shortcuts and, unfortunately involved people that didn't ask to be involved. I don't know. Let me ask. There may be some information that Spirit wants to keep secret, so as it unfolds, because if we reveal everything, it might not fall into the places it needs to, but I'm not sure. Nancy, were you dropped off at home? Yes. Was your life threatened before you were dropped off at home? Yes. Yeah. So I think that, she's like, fine, I won't say anything, because she had her life threatened. But I think she was a loose end, because once this person divorces, once they divorce, he's going to be a lot harder to have his career if he's separated from the family that has a mother that has a daughter that's famous, So something about that. Okay. So we'll see how it unfolds. Unfortunately, I just don't feel that she's living still, unfortunately. I don't know. I'm sorry to have to even do this. I really am. I don't like having to do it, but I'm happy to do it to get some answers. So we'll see. Okay, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm tired. I love you so much. Thanks, LOL, for being here. Always. I'll see you on the next one.